what are we doing now? We're headed to Mesa. There's 3 videos I want to make, and I can just make them in this one video, I guess. Let's say the 3 topics are, let's just start with the first one. This is reality of what I saw. I'm like, I did notice that I have a few friends, and they sometimes disappear and they reappear with a new shtick. So what happened was, Phil, who runs the natural hygiene site, was making one of those videos for Jamie, whatever, some English actor who's big into anti-sugar messages and has a restaurant selling animal products. And then these people are saying, oh, sugar's not the problem, it's fat's the problem. And so I want to say the reason sugar, I say, it's like half of what some people say is got some validity, and half of what some other people got say is some validity too. But no. So what happened is there's simple, unrefined carbohydrates found in fruit. Simple carbohydrates get found in fruit. Yeah. So those things still have attached to them their protein, fiber, carbohydrate, which they are, majority of, and fat, water parts. And that package, as it comes from nature, is designed in a way to, the body understands through time and immemorial. So when people refine a simple carbohydrate and heat the carbohydrates, and that doesn't exist in isolate. They're in connection, right, of other things around it. So carbs, say like seaweed, and the proteins, fats, when you heat these 3 elements, they all have denatured parts to them. Heterocycloamines, acrylamides, carbonic acids, I just go on and on, right? I just keep getting into this, but like MSGs, glutamic acid, is when the carbohydrate and the protein parts, when they break up, certain parts of them reform to form that. And then Blaylock's got an interesting video on that. So if you want to watch more on that, get deeper into that. So then the same thing with complex carbs, right? You're heating, refining them. They're breaking them apart, making them into spaghetti, making them into corn, many corn products, many soy products, many wheat products, many potato products. And this all through a refinement process that's denaturing, taking the vital energies out of this food. And the less vital energies in your food, as they came packaged from nature with their electrons spinning in their little molecules and their harmonious, most ripe peak state of availability, it's just not there anymore. And that puts more burden on your body. And then what's the second video I want to make a point of? Not just like this Jamie Oliver stuff. Like, I've already I made a funny video like how Durian Rider is like expletive, fuck, over and over again, whatever. It just shows his character, I suppose. His character is like that of frustration, maybe, aggression, and static labeling, not able to empathize. And that's, it's ineffective. It's gonna happen. It's gonna get other people in that parroting mode. That's what I'm seeing. That is other people just blah blah repeat after Durian Rider. It's like, come on now. Like, Durian Rider has a fundamental mistake as well with McDougal, and maybe they got it from each other somewhat, but overeating, what do they call it? Showboating, maybe? I don't even know the term. Oh man, is that my phone? It is my phone. Well, I'll put it on pause now. I'll come back for another video. Another video's about.
Just like the clouds, my eyes will do the same. You walk away. Every day it'll rain. Ooh. Don't you say goodbye. Don't you say goodbye. Pick up the broken pieces till I'm bleeding. That'll make it right. There'll be no sunlight if I lose you, baby. There'll be no clear sky If I lose you, baby, just like the clouds, my eyes will do the same. You walk away, every day it rain, rain.
All right, here we go. We're leaving Mesa and farmers market today. What was it, like 53.75? It's all right for a Mesa. Mesa's not always the hottest, but there's people there I get used to seeing me, and they buy stuff like some of the drier dates. That's cool because someone wants to buy them. They're so sweet. They're hard to eat. Kenny likes to eat them. But now back home, I think someone wants me to fix a computer. I'm gonna go fix a computer. Might be a hard one to fix. Might be an easy one to fix. We'll see. And then there's two other things I wanted to talk about. Well, one is specifically Brianna Jackfruitson, where she like seems to make a lot of compromises or make a lot of like proclamations, a lot of wrong and right thinking, like a lot of triggering on purpose. Like in order to make views on YouTube, a lot of people, not just her, have focused on saying something they don't mean in their title, and then going into the video and like kind of like being like blah 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 blah, and then like kind of like it's okay for everything, or both things are all right, and as long as this and that. But the reality of it is we us as a human being have animal instinct, have animal qualities that when we disregard and disrespect our own physiology, that's not acting veganistically. So for her to make friends with people and to be, heightening drama, seems mischievous. Hey, that's a neat, whatever, feeling, mischievous, positive feeling. I don't know, that's silly how that says that, but on the card, I'm not sure how whatever. Take it as it comes, take it as it goes. But I used to try to advise her and talk about amoralism and nonviolence, but I think it's just flown over her head, or she's disregarded it as too much of a challenge, or not taken on it as a challenge whatsoever, and decided to partner up or work together with people who are also creating controversy and drama. How that will fare for them in the long run? I'd say a lot of maybe feelings of uncomfortability and more unwelcomeness than they've already created for themselves and others. So it's obviously not a positive aspect for growing a vegan community, other than one who's misanthropic and maybe negative towards human beings in a deeper sense. That's almost one is a hiding sense. It's like, I want to tell people blah blah blah, do this and that, or do everything you want to do, but and then partly do it for the animals, and then don't do it for yourself. But then someone's like, do it for yourself, and then someone's like, I got problems with what I did, and that's blaming and shaming on what it is. When the reality is, if you came from a history of drug use for a long time, yeah, it's going to take you a while, and yeah, if you eat high fats, yeah, you are buffering, and you are, slowing down that speeding, and like, hey, if you're going to reject it and criticize fasting, which actually has helped other people, but hey, even the people who've been helped by fasting have turned around on it and rejected it. So what did I talk about first? The natural hygiene group, about Phil falling from grace so he could join the Journey Rider groupies, and you can tell it's like, they're just biting at the chomp. I want to be one of them. I gotta ride the wave. In reality, it's a wave of, it seems like a wave of self, preaching to the choir, they call it. It's like where people you're talking to, they already know that. That's who they're doing. It's like a new person comes in, and maybe they're interested in the drama and be like, this person doesn't like that person, and that kind of causes some interest. But in reality, I'm doing a clover move here. That's how you got to do it sometimes, huh? You're in traffic, you're like, okay, U-turn. What's that? A right turn, a U-turn, and another U-turn, and a right turn, and you're out of there. Without stopping at the stoplight. Okay. And so those are the three topics I want to cover. Is the groupiness, the first video I was talking about earlier when I started riding today. Oh well. It's moralism. The moralistic problem is like, okay, there's moral judgment and there's value judgment. A lot of people want to project their morals on others and be like, oh, you're always this, you're always that, or like absolutifying it, like overgeneralizing and putting it in a punitive thinking, like, oh, what you're doing or what you're saying I'm doing is wrong. And no, I'm saying the actions that you take have the consequences that they make, but empathize with the results. I mean, if someone and the outcome of your choices suffers in a way that you wouldn't want to suffer, think about it, you know, like you'd be like, wow, like I'm gonna empathize with another and care